Hey guys, it's so cool to be here with you tonight. Thank you for joining the webinar. It's looks like we have a full house tonight as I see a lot of you guys joining in. Thank you for being here. This is your host, Nikki Cloud. I am an essential oil enthusiast, and tonight I am stoked to be sharing the many benefits, the application methods of spearmint essential oil. Just know you can find me here every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, except for holidays. And really, the purpose of these webinars is to teach you more about those oils that you have in your home. I always want people to understand the mechanics and maybe the different application methods of each of their oils, so you feel more equipped to use your essential oils. So I'm excited. These webinars are for you to learn and to grow, and I want you to experiment with your oils. Okay, so in the future, if you sign up for a webinar, if I'm talking about a specific oil, why don't you grab that and have that handy with you? So when I go through the webinar, maybe you can try some of the application methods that I'll be recommending with you guys. Next week, I'm going to be talking about the immune system. So put that on your calendar. I highly recommend that you share the registration link for that webinar with everybody you know. It is going to be a great call. It's going to be packed full of information that hopefully is going to be a refresher for you when it comes to learning how your body works. I find when we understand the mechanics of something, then we kind of know how to work with it when it's out of alignment. It's our responsibility to know how our body works. I think once we understand the layers of our immune system and what it does when it's not working properly, guess what? We know exactly what is off in our body, and we know how to assist it and support it using good food and using essential oils. So I look forward to teaching you guys more about that next Monday. Okay, let's jump in. So spearmint, I am loving this oil. It's very different. I love minty oils. Wintergreen, peppermint, and spearmint. They all have a very unique and different profile. And I'm digging the spearmint just because it's more sweet. It's very, very yummy. Spearmint is a great oil to use when it comes to digestion, respiratory. And it's an amazing oil to add if you are creating new recipes. So whether it's cooking, cleaning, or just applying it to lotion for your body or in cool water, this oil is extremely versatile and it has a lot of different benefits for you. Before I get into more of these individual benefits, I want to share a mindset with you. And I want you to be honest with yourself as I'm going through these two different wellness approaches, and I want you to kind of think about what you generally lean to. Now, the first one is the ambulance approach. And I want you to think about this. The ambulance approach addresses surface symptoms. Okay, so in your life, have you ever found a time when you're not feeling well or something hurts? Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, I wonder why my body is expressing that symptom? Did you believe that that symptom is what is wrong with your body? Or did you think to yourself that there is something underneath that symptom that is going awry, that is causing your body to respond the way it is? Okay, a lot of times people will appear to have, aches, pains, discomforts, and they think that they need to take something to suppress those feelings, when in reality, those feelings are there for a reason, because it's telling you, hey, something is going on inside of my body underneath this, and your body is sending a signal to you, telling you, bringing awareness to that area of your body. Okay, so the ambulance approach isn't an approach that I would definitely or typically turn to when it comes to my health, because This approach, unfortunately, will notice bad feelings, identify the symptom, and then seek a remedy for that symptom. Okay. Unfortunately, the outcome here is side effects appear and symptoms return. Okay. So I'm trying to be compliant as possible as I'm sharing this mindset with you, but I want you to kind of think outside of the box that I'm in when I'm talking a little bit about this. So, and a holistic approach is something that I was not organically drawn to because it seemed impossible, and it didn't make sense to me how using essential oils or eating organically could help support and heal my body. For those of you that do not know my story, I was extremely pessimistic when it came to learning about doTERRA. I was completely turned off and against using essential oils because it didn't make any sense to me. I was the ambulance person. When there was a problem, I would go to the doctor and I would rely on my doctor to tell me what was best for me. And irregardless of how I felt and what my body was screaming at me, I listened to somebody else and chose the ambulance approach, which, of course, side effects appeared and symptoms returned until I understood more about my own body. Okay. So when I welcomed the holistic approach into my life, I was really surprised to learn a few things. I was able to, after I experienced the oils and I saw firsthand what they did to me, I had a little bit more faith and confidence in my ability to listen to my body and hear what it was saying to me. I didn't think that I was qualified to hear my body because I wasn't a doctor. But what I realized was, hey, this is my body, and when something isn't right, I can tap into that and I can understand what it's saying to me. So I was able to listen to my body. And with that, I was able to really understand the symptoms that I was having. And by understanding the symptoms, guess what I was able to do? I was able to figure out which body system was being compromised, which body system was weakened. And from there, I was able to learn which essential oils address that area of my body. Okay. What do you think my outcome was? What is your outcome? I mean, think about how long that you've been in doTERRA, and think about, chances are you were probably, when you joined doTERRA, maybe you had the mindset of the ambulance approach. And how has that changed for you since using oils and learning more about the ability to assist and support your body using organic things? Okay. The outcome is these areas of our life are able to be addressed. Okay. We are able to address the underlying concerns that contribute to the symptom. We are able to solve these issues before they even start or before they inflame. Okay. And guess what? You get to do it from the comfort of your own home. You get to do it when it's convenient. You get to do it without missing school, work, and spending a lot of unnecessary money. And guess what? Your body is stronger, it's supported, and when you physically feel well, your emotions will follow. Emotionally, you will feel well. Okay, so real quick before I dive more into Spearmint, just a refresher for you guys tonight. What are doTERRA essential oils? First and foremost, they come from indigenous plant material. So we can't get the oil without sourcing the plant first. And at doTERRA, what we do is we travel to where the plant grows naturally. And there we work with locals. I like to call them artisans. And they have been harvesting and distilling plant material for generations. This is what their family has always done to provide an income and an economy for their tribe, their village, their country. And so they really are the experts of plants. And so we build this beautiful relationship with these artisans, and we go to them, and we have this beautiful fair trade relationship where they provide us the purest plant material, and they harvest the plants. So they grow the plants and then they distill them, which produces the oil out of the plant. And in return, we provide them with whatever their economy, with whatever their needs are. And so that looks very different depending on where the plants come from. There's some villages, for example, in Somalia, where we source our frankincense oil. We trade in food. We trade in goats, sheep, building schools, clinics. And so it really does vary depending on what their economy's needs are. Now, essential oils, a lot of people say to me, well, I like to drink herbal tea, or I tend to hear it with people that love their teas. They feel like they're getting a therapeutic benefit drinking tea. And you possibly are, but the benefit of essential oils versus herbs is that they're 50 to 70 times stronger. They're highly concentrated and they're extremely pure. And they are alive. They're living. It's the oil. It's the blood life of the plant. It's not the plant that has been dried for a benefit or for a use. Okay, so we're actually sourcing the blood life of the plant out of the plant material when we distill it. Okay. Now, I thought it was really interesting today as I was learning, again, the chemistry behind spearmint. I felt inclined to do a little bit of digging when it comes to essential oils. And historically, I love to go back and see who used our oils and what they were known as. And I found that the Greek philosopher Aristotle believed the distillation process is thought to be the process of removing the spirit from the plant. So, for those of you that use your oils and you feel the immediate comfort of the oil, you'll understand why Aristotle had that belief. And I know for myself, I've had so many experiences in using these oils where you can't really put words to the effect that you just had. And so when you think about what oils are, it's the spirit of the plant. I thought that was so beautiful, and it's so true. Okay, so spearmint, it thrives in temperate climates. It flourishes there. It grows about 30 to 40 inches tall. It is steam distilled. Okay, so these guys right here, they're actually distilling our ylang ylang oil, but this is a similar process in distilling this and the leaves of spearmint. It is a sweet and minty, fresh aroma profile. It's very uplifting, and it's still yummy at the same time. So you guys are going to hear the word constituents when we talk about essential oils. And this is a big word, and a lot of people tend to ignore this word because they don't understand what it means. And I get that. I want you to start understanding what this stuff means, because it's going to help you understand really just the beef of how these oils work. So constituents is a big word. It's kind of scary, but let's think of this word as active ingredients. Okay, so the active ingredients inside of spearmint are alpha pinene, beta pinene, and carbone. Now, let me just explain to you a little bit what constituents are. So these are elements that have a marked, definitive profile that have a psychological and therapeutic action upon the body. Okay, so alpha and beta pinene, these constituents are bioavailable. And what that means is that this oil and any substance with pinenes becomes systemically available and active. It absorbs to target organs inside of your body. Okay, so what that means, alpha pinenes and beta pinenes are two active ingredients that are found in a ton of plants. Okay, they're found in a ton of essential oils. Just off the top of my mind, I can think of several oils that is really high in these constituents. And so because of the bioavailability, which means it absorbs, it penetrates, it targets specific body systems and organs at an extremely fast rate, what that means is, if once we look at what this oil helps with, if you're having I'm trying to be compliant. If you're having concerns in those areas of your wellness, then you know that these oils, if you use them, are going to target those organs and are going to support that area of your health because of the bioavailability, which is just incredible. Carvone was found, it was originally found in caraway seeds. Okay, and it was used for medicinal benefits by ancient Romans. And actually in 1849, carvone was isolated from plants. Okay, so they finally learned how to isolate it from the caraway seeds, and then they learned that different menthols carried carvone constituent. Okay, so let's learn about this oil and what it does. So aromatically, do you hate it when you're just stuffy and you're not feeling well and you're struggling with respiratory issues? Just know that you have the option to diffuse spearmint in a diffuser or just smell it in your hands, and it's going to assist that area. What about feelings of being just bummed, tired, hopeless? Just going through a rough patch. Maybe it's just a bad day. If you love this oil, just throw it in the diffuser and it's definitely going to turn that mood around. On edge, nervous, okay? Read between the lines here. If you struggle with anything remotely in these areas that are affecting and impairing your mood, your judgment, your decision making, spearmint oil is very effective. Women, this oil is great for balancing that time of the month for you. So it's one thing to soothe discomfort and to take the edge off, but really what we want to do is underneath that discomfort, because that discomfort is a symptom, right? Really what we want to do is balance our hormones, and by doing that, we're able to feel better. So for those of you that have teenagers at home, this is an amazing oil to use for growing pains. Okay, so internally, I love spearmint in cold water. Okay, so yummy. I start my day with spearmint every morning because it's so uplifting, but it's great for the digestive system, and it's great for digesting food. So have you ever woke up in the morning and just feeling bloated and yucky and not good because maybe the day before you ate really poorly? Okay, take a few drops of spearmint underneath the tongue or in warm water, and it's going to help digest and process all that stuff. And guess what? It's going to help the impurities and push the toxins out of your body. So your body is a really cool thing. It actually knows how to digest natural. Anything natural, your body knows how to digest it. It knows how to absorb natural, and it uses it. It uses it for fuel and for lots of different things for your body to thrive. Your body doesn't know how to process synthetic or fake. I want you to think about this. What do you put on your body and in your body on a daily basis, evaluate your day today. Go through everything you put on and in your body today, and how much of that is cut with a synthetic or a filler. The problem is this: your body does not know how to process that because it's not natural. So it gets lodged in your body, and a lot of times it just causes a whole lot of issues. So the best thing that you can do is take stuff that pushes that toxicity out of your body, and spearmint is an amazing oil that helps with this, okay? It's great for bad breath. Put a few drops under your tongue or put it in water. It's very invigorating to the senses. So again, that's why I start with this oil every morning, because you know me. I like to be upbeat. I like to feel good. I like to be happy. I have a lot of stuff I have to get done during the day. And so by starting my day with this oil, it really just motivates me. Okay, so I told you guys I love it in cold water. Add some wild orange, and it is just a great tonic. Now, for an oxygen uptake, add a drop to your water while you're working out at the gym or at home or wherever you get your exercise. Okay, so topically. Remember, topically, you can apply all oils to the bottoms of your feet. By doing so, the oils will actually penetrate through your skin, through your dermis. It will absorb into your bloodstream. It will travel systemically throughout your body, and it stops and supports the areas of concern. Okay, so when in doubt, bottoms of your feet. Now, a lot of times what people like to do, and this is totally safe, and it works just as well, is they like to apply oils to the area that is bothering them. So proximity, apply the oil to the proximity of the symptom or the underlying issue. Okay, so this is a great oil to support all respiratory issues. Okay, so I want you guys to think of all types of respiratory issues from neonatal to grave that people struggle with. Okay, instead of reaching for something that is synthetic, I want you to think about using spearmint. Okay, and what you can do with this oil is apply it to your throat, your chest. You can even inhale this. You can kind of make a diffuser with your hands, inhale it, and you're going to feel your airways open immediately. Okay, apply directly to achy muscles. Again, with this oil, if you want, you can dilute it. The cool thing about diluting oil, dilution means applying like a carrier oil, like coconut oil, to the skin prior to using an essential oil. And people like to do that because it helps bind the oil to the skin. So it actually does not take away any of the therapeutic properties or benefits of the essential oil. It actually makes it work better with the body. A lot of times parents like to dilute oils on kids because all the oils have a different feel to them. Some are cold, some are tingly, some are warm. Oregano is hot. Always dilute oregano. But by diluting, you're really just benefiting your body more. Okay, so put this oil on your skin. See if you like the feel of it. If you don't, it's okay. Apply some coconut oil first. Okay, so apply to the back of the neck for feelings of despair or nervousness. Women, rub it on your belly. And then, to balance emotions, apply to your pulse points. For those of you that are familiar with tapping or EMDR, this is a great oil to use on specific pulse points, and just tap in that area and do positive affirmations. This is a perfect oil for after sports bath. Okay, so this is a great oil to start your day. But also it's a really great oil to end your day with too, or after a strenuous workout. I have started my day bathing in this oil with a few others, like with wild orange and grapefruit, and it just has a beautiful aroma to it. Okay, so right before I let you guys go, I just want to share some fun facts about this oil with you guys. Okay, so did you know that this is a common flavor in toothpaste and candies? You've probably tasted mints that have spearmint, gum. There's a lot of dental products that use the flavor spearmint. The ancient Greeks loved bathing in this oil. This is a great oil to use to make fun recipes. Okay, it's a great marinade for meats. I have a lady that she just made fudge using spearmint, and it was really tasty. You can make homemade salad dressings, lots of different things. If you want, apply a few drops to your toothbrush. This oil dates as far back as 400 BC. Like I talked about earlier, spearmint was collected throughout the Roman Empire, and it was valued for its pleasant aroma. Interesting, it was in 1893 that the Wrigley Corporation transformed the way we know spearmint today. So it's funny. You think back to when this oil was found, and the Romans used it for aroma, and today they are extracting it to use it for the tasty benefits for gums and candies. So it's funny how society has kind of changed the way we use these things many, many years ago. Okay, so I want to leave you guys with something. I want to know what your top 3 wellness goals are. Obviously, you can't tell me right now, but I want you to know them. How about that? I want you to know your top 3 wellness goals, and how will adopting a holistic approach better serve you? Okay, so again, remember when we talked about that ambulance versus holistic approach, those 2 different mindsets? What would it look like if you learned to listen to your body? What would it look like if you learned to trust your intuition when it comes to your health and to your wellness goals? What would it look like to have the right products available to you that are free from any fillers, that work with the body, not against the body, that assist you in feeling the way you want to feel, the way you need to feel to get through your day, that support you, that boost your immune system, wouldn't it be cool to use something that's actually real and that's really good for you? Okay, so I want to invite you to just think about adopting this mindset. Just think about adopting it. Be real with yourself. Think about your goals. Okay, you are responsible for your health at the end of the day. You are a steward of your body. And if you're lucky to be a parent, you are a steward of their health. And it really does come down to us at the end of the day to be responsible and to be willing to learn more about our own body and about the things that we put inside of it. So it was my blessing to be here with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this webinar. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I really look forward to sharing with you more on next Monday, the benefits, the functions of your immune system. All right, take care. Bye-bye.